What's up, BookTube? My name is Mikey,
I'm Janella.
and this is His Shelf,
Her shelf.
and we're here with our October Roundup.
Hi, we are doing our roundup of October. These are things that we bought and read. If you're like me, you just read one book. If you're like Michael, you read
a couple.
You read a couple.
I read a few things.
I didn't. I read one. Anyways, no, but we got some awesome books, and we read some awesome books, and so we're gonna round it up for you, and let you see what we got and what we read. Michael, what did you get this month?
This month, I got a couple things.
Hey.
First off, I got John Sanford's Saturn Run. I've honestly never read John Sanford before. I know he does a lot of mystery stuff, but then I saw this and it's like sci-fi, and I'm like, holy crap, I gotta read something that somebody who doesn't write sci-fi writing sci-fi. I gotta read it, and it looks really interesting. So
And I bought it for him.
she bought it for me because she's nice, and I'm broke, so you know. Then I got. I feel like people should know by now that I'm just obsessed with Star Wars. I'm a giant nerd, and this is the two books that came out in 2014 in trade paperback form. It is Star Wars Tarkin and A New Dawn. I've actually read both of those already, but this has 3 whole new short stories, so
Woo!
it's like I have to buy it, of course. And I got the hardcover collection of George R.R. Martin's A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I've never read anything that has to do with the whole Game of Thrones franchise, but at least in terms of books, none of the actual books. I did, however, read the comic adaptations of the first 2 short stories in this, and I loved the shit out of them. So I was
There was shit everywhere.
There was shit everywhere. And I decided that I had to get this and actually read the short stories. So there's 2 in here that I've kind of read before in one way or another, and then another that I haven't read yet. And there's just a whole bunch of really cool art in here, and I'm just stoked on it. So those are the 3 that I got, the 3 main ones. I also picked up a lot of little things here and there because I work at a bookstore, so I kind of just have to buy a whole bunch of crap, but it's nothing really worth talking about. So those are the 3 that I have picked up this month.
But you know what you did pick up for me?
I did pick something up for you.
You picked up 2 things for me.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, sweet boy for you. Aww. This month, Michael bought me Uprooted by Naomi Novik, which I was wanting to read, and I've been talking to him about how much I wanted to read it.
Every single time we go to Barnes & Noble, she'd grab it and then put it back, then grab it and then put it back. And being that I work at a used bookstore, it came in and I swooped it up right away and got it for her.
Whee! So yeah, we got this, which I'm excited about, and I think you want to read it too.
I'll see what you say first.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fantasy kind of person, but...
Not either. But we'll try it. Stupid. And then he also got me Lauren Oliver's Rooms, which is actually the book I'm going to be starting ASAP. And it's not part... If you know Lauren Oliver, you know that she did the Delirium series, and then she also did the book called Panic, which I believe I have. I haven't read it yet, though, but I really want to. But I wanted to get this one because one of my biggest things that I love to read is about haunted houses and creepy houses and big houses and stuff like that. And so, hello, this cover is pretty freaking sick. So, I wanted to read it, and Michael was able to find it for me. Michael also got me... Michael, no you didn't. I bought this with my own money. I don't need no man. Just kidding, yes I do. I love you. I got Dumplin', which was talked about on All the Books, which is a podcast which we talk about. But I got this one. It looks really good. It looks fun, and go big or go home. Right?
Go big or go home.
Dumpling. So, got this one.
And her...
No, not yet.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
And then I got Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, or Rowell, if you will. Whatever.
It's Rowell.
I know. I say Rowell.
I had a teacher named Rowell, and it just brings back terrible memories
Alright.
of my hippie 11th grade English teacher.
Stop.
Maybe it was 12th grade.
So I got this book, and I read it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But I got this one. I actually got this at Target. Woo! Target's good for books sometimes. Tend to have the same thing over.
And now the big thing. She's been ranting forever about this, and she finally got it.
Yes! It's Kate Morton's The Lake House. She is my favorite author ever. And hey, what do you know? It says house right in the title, so you know I'm going to love it. Stoked about this. I got it from Barnes & Noble. The one thing I don't like about it, straight up, is that it doesn't match with her other covers of the books, which kind of makes me a little irritated. But you know what? I love her, so I will be reading this fairly soon. I really want to read Rooms first, but this is soon to follow.
And now for what we read in October. So, a while back, I got an advanced reader copy of David Mitchell's Slade House, and I had, since it came out, I'd been wanting to read his previous work, The Bone Clocks, and then I found out that Slade House was like a sequel, so I'm like, before I read Slade House, I have to read Bone Clocks. So what did I do? I busted through Bone Clocks, and I totally loved it. This is the second full David Mitchell book that I read. I actually had started The Thousand Autumns of Jacob de Zoet beforehand. It was really, really slow for me, so I kind of have put that on the back burner for now. But I picked up The Bone Clocks. This is totally right up my alley. It's super fantastical, super out there. Just really, really well written. I loved all the characters. Just the whole universe that he's built for this book, and to some extent all of his other books, they kind of all tie together. I just have love that whole aspect of his writing. So I really, really enjoyed The Bone Clocks. And right after that, I did finally get around to reading Slade House, which is not really a sequel. It's kind of a companion piece almost to it. Has a lot to do with some of the mythology behind the Bone Clocks. And it's sort of advertised as like a horror ghost story kind of thing. So that was really good, and I actually think you would really like it.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of a haunted house in a way.
I did read that on the interwebs.
And so Slade House actually just came out a couple days ago. I would really highly recommend it. It's a really quick read. It's a few, kind of in the way that Bone Clocks and Cloud Atlas, his other one that I've read, in a way that they're kind of short stories that make an overarching kind of overall narrative. So that one is really, really good. I would highly recommend reading that if you enjoy David Mitchell, if you've read him before. If you've never read him before, it might be a good place to kind of test the waters, just because it is so short. And Bone Clocks, I would read it first, but if you're kind of just trying to test the waters, then Slade House is definitely a really good one. I really didn't read much else in terms of books. I did start the Star Wars book that I had shown earlier. I read one of the short stories. I still haven't finished the other two. I did also pick up, she had bought the graphic novel, the comic series Chew. She bought a few,
The first four.
The first four trade paperbacks, and I read the first one, which I thought was really interesting, really entertaining. But I think my favorite graphic novel that I've read this month has got to be Rat Queens, which is published by Image Comics, who also did Chew. I am obsessed with Image and pretty much love all the stuff that I've read that they put out. Rat Queens is seriously entertaining as fuck, and it's a group of, it's like Lord of the Rings meets, and like crazy Dungeons and Dragons stuff meets just foul-mouthed awesomeness. It's seriously so entertaining. I've read the first two. I read the first two trade paperbacks this month, and I'm really, really actually excited to maybe start picking that up as a monthly book. But other than those, kind of a slow month. This one is kind of hefty, a little bit slow. It took me a while to get through, but it was definitely a good use of my time. It's definitely quality over quantity this month.
Yes, you spent. I remember one day we just spent hanging out at the apartment, and you just read that book all day.
Yep. And I got through it, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. So that was my October reading. How about you?
My October reading was slow as well. Sometimes life happens. No, but I finished Lolito by Ben Brooks. I finished it really early on in the month, probably like the second or the third. Very, very quick. And I'll probably do a review on this. It was a good book. It was entertaining, very quick. My first foray into Ben Brooks, and excited to read some of his other stuff, see how it compares to this. The big read this month, which was Carry On. I really enjoyed this author in general, and Fangirl is one of my top 20 favorite books. But no, it's a cute book. Everyone on YouTube knows about Fangirl. But Carry On was really good as well. I enjoyed it, and I busted through the end of it pretty quickly. Other than that, yeah, it was kind of a slow month. Reading-wise, not spending-wise. Spending happens very quick and very easy. But reading, it took me a little bit to get into a groove. I have a hard time just kind of hanging out and reading. I like to read at night before I go to bed, whereas Mikey likes to read during the day. I can't do that. I get very, very restless because I feel like I should be doing something else, like cleaning.
Who cares about cleaning when you can read? That's my motto in
Your life motto.
Just read, screw everything else.
Yeah. So that was it, really. It was pretty, it was a good month, I thought. Spending wise.
Like I said, it might be light, but it was quality.
It was quality.
Over quantity.
Quality over quantity, for sure. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to read the ones we picked out, too. So, anyways, if you have any books that you're looking forward to reading or buying this coming month in November, or any books that you read in October that you liked, we want to know about them. So if you just want to leave a little comment down below, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe button is somewhere floating around up here or down there if you're on your phone. But make sure to do that. We'd love to be able to provide really fun content for you guys. And yeah, that's it, really.
That's October.
That's October. Happy Halloween.
We'll see you next week for some more shenanigans. That's all I got.
Keep it real. Keep it spoopy.
Keep it spoopy.
Stupid.
Until next time, Internet.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I see your face in the mirror. Goodbye. I love hardcover for the durability. I adore paperback for the price. Ebooks or physical books. I tried ebooks for a while. I couldn't do it. I like to have things so books and things come together and I create hardcover books.